Yeah, what it dang dizzly doo wop. I am Zachary D, the Palsy Papa, and this is the Daily Decompression. How you doing, everybody? Make sure you lick that like button, click that notification pickle, or tickle it if you're a little bit more familiar with the channel. Commentate on the video, scribble that subscribe button, and let me know what your plans are for the Thanksgiving holiday. You feel me? All right. Now that that's out of the way, this is a little bit of a different situation for recording a video because this is about 20 minutes or so before I got to get ready for work. And normally I wouldn't do that because I don't like to be rushed or to feel like anything is buttoned up against my scheduled activities or whatever. Like it's not normally something I would do just in general. So that being said, there must be a reason that Zachary D, the Palsy Papa, has decided to do that today. And truthfully, there is. There's absolutely a reason. There 100%. I had an event happen day before yesterday now, so I'm 24 hours removed. And to protect the innocent and anonymize the anonymous, we won't go into details, but that event put in my mind a topic that I really want to discursate with you. Um, this event made me realize that sometimes those people who are not around you, those people who really aren't involved in your life, those people who are peripheral at best in your life, often have the loudest opinion on how you live your life. Sorry about that. Early morning vape is way different than late night vape, but I'm still gonna get it started. No way around it. Sorry about that. They all always have the loudest opinion on how you live your life, and that's just true. Um, this is particularly true in a special kind of way for people with disabilities because oftentimes you'll take on an endeavor and sorry, I had to get a morning Mountain Dew. Um, oftentimes you'll take on an endeavor and they'll tell you, oh, you can't do that, or oh, that'll be hard for you. Oh, are you sure you want to do that? And sometimes I used to let that opinion influence my decisions. I used to care. But these days, I have a general rule that if you're not with me and you say something that is so asinine that it shows a complete lack of understanding of how I live my life, then your opinion gets put into a category of noise. I'll take advice, but the difference between advice and an opinion, advice comes from somebody who knows what they're talking about. An opinion comes from a mouth. in this regard anyway. Obviously, you can have educated opinions, but in this regard, we're we're going to use the definition. Advice comes from somebody who knows what they're talking about. Opinion comes from a mouthpiece. Um, definitely. So and by the way, if you guys knew what was actually said about my family, you would be utterly shocked why I'm not on this camera just roasting. And I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do today is articulate some ways that you can deal with that type of thing and not be roasted. Because believe me, I wanted to turn this camera on today and just go to town, fam. I wanted to just light them up, call them by name, call them by who they are, air out the entire situation. But my wife said no. And while I don't normally edit on this channel, I do, in certain regards, respect privacy. Um, I do, in a lot of ways, understand that airing out in public might not be the best way to do it. But what do you do when somebody who barely knows you, and what do you do when there's somebody close to you, or that should be close to you, who barely knows you? Because just because we're a family doesn't mean you know how I live my life. Fact. Just because we knew each other in kindergarten doesn't mean you know how I live my life. Fact. You could give birth to me, and it doesn't mean you know how I live my life today. Fact. You may have your opinions, but I may not be taking your advice. Um, so what do you do? Not obviously. I think we all know what to do when it's a random, when it's an internet stranger, when it's a random on the street, and the way you handle those is the easy. That's simple. You look at the place that they're coming from with their advice, and you take that into consideration, and you either say thank you or you ignore it. I mean, those are the two places you can come from as far as that is concerned. All right. What do you do when it's somebody who is supposed to be close to you, though? Somebody who may have the illusion that they're close to you. What do you do then, friends? Well, I think the first thing is you take my wife's advice and you don't retaliate. Because trading hurtful statement for hurtful statement is only going to leave somebody hurt. Fact. Um, then you have to be aware that this, if it continues, might be grounds to cut that person off. And certainly is grounds to put some further distance between you and that person who doesn't know what they're talking about. And this isn't just for my disabled audience or audience with disabilities. This is for everybody. This applies across the board. And I think some um I think some of this advice needs to be contextualized, that I'm giving you the advice for a situation where what this person said was unfounded, un um unwanted, and hurtful. It's different when somebody who knows you gives you a little joke, ask a question. It's all about the place that they're coming from. And sometimes what they say betrays where they want you to think they're coming from. So, excuse me, this person might have appeared a certain way for a long time, and then all of a sudden, uh, you wake up to find out that, oh, no, 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 it's not that way. Oh, oh, really? Okay. I did. I feel you. I feel you. I really do. I really do. Um, it's a very strange thing, that, but you got to be willing to put some distance between you and that person, because apparently this person has opinions on your life that are unfounded, unwanted, and hurtful. How much distance really depends on the degree, um, the degree of hurtfulness on what they said, and their willingness to acknowledge it. Because let me tell you something: if your version of an apology is "I'm sorry I said that," you didn't apologize, fam. You apologized. Your opinion came out of your mouth. You didn't say "I was wrong." You didn't say, "Oh, I can't believe I thought that." My mustache is all messed up today, and it's annoying the snot out of me. Um, you didn't say, uh, "I can't believe I thought that." You didn't say, "Forgive me." Nah, you said, "I'm sorry I said that." Alright, cool, cool. That shows a particular lack on a person to not change their opinion, even when presented with new evidence. So that moves this person into a category of unreasonable person. And I don't deal with unreasonable people. I don't deal with unreasonable people. Either you're willing to change your opinion based on new facts or new evidence, or you and I don't really have a place to deal with one another. Hang on just a moment. I need to go to a barber so bad, it's ridiculous. This is wild. Um, Either way, this has become more and more evident to me over the last uh, 24 hours. Now, I would say that before you make the determination to get rid of a person from your life, you need to be aware you need to be aware enough of yourself to analyze what they said and ask if there's any truth in it at all. Anything you can gain. Try your hardest to find something to gain from it, because that's going to take the sting out of it a little bit. But a lot of times, the kind of statements I'm talking about, there's nothing to gain. There's nothing. They had no basis at all, and there's really nothing to gain for you. It's a very strange. It's a very strange situation. So don't be afraid to cut them off. And then, if it continues, don't be afraid to tell them off. And I won't call this video a warning shot, but if they happen to see this, though, and just so we're clear, I'm talking about one particular event with one particular person. So please don't get all shoe fits and wear it out there when you watch this video. But I guess if you think I'm talking about you, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. I really doubt the person who I'm talking about sees this. But if they just so should happen to do so, that's how it is. But don't be afraid to tell them how you feel, because a lot of times people will say hurtful things and they just assume you aren't going to clap back. They just assume that you're going to eat what they said and not say anything back. So they're unprepared. They start clutching their pearls. How dare you? As soon as you start clapping. Don't feel bad for that either. Listen, those who are allowed to have opinions about your life are those in your supportive circle. That's just a fact. I don't know how else to tell you that it is something that you need to be aware of. That those people who are not in your circle, absolutely 100%, no question, have no place to give you opinions on your life. Even if they helped you in the past, if they're not around to really observe the thing they're talking about, they got no room to talk. None. Zero. Listen, I know I said yesterday on the live stream I'm probably going to take a break. I can't do it. I'm going to give you guys content all week like normal. It's just a fact. I'm going to do it. And I appreciate you guys. If you see this video before the one that'll come out tomorrow, happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to be saying that all week pretty much. I want to encourage you guys to spend as much time as you can with a family who is safe around you to do so, that won't get you caught with the plague. I appreciate you guys very much. I am Zachary D, the Palsy Papa, and this has been the Daily Decompression. Don't be tripping, because I'm still crippin'. And if you're fighting the good fight, I'm right there with you, and I love you all. See you guys tomorrow.